It's been a crazy busy first hour. We're coming into our second hour. Here's the green box. 2020 MS69 NGC is a grading company, emergency issue silver eagle dollar coin. Mike will tell you the story. There is the letter from the United States government. It has been a crazy popular, they're all sold out, by the way. Every other one is now sold out. And here's how many left.
The emergency issues,
Yeah.
This is going to be crazy. So let me talk to you about what the emergency issue is. So, and like I said, let's see how fast we can count down from 369.
Right.
So 2020, I mean, the story of the 2020 Silver Eagle, of course, was written in late 2019 when the United States Mint decides that they're going to change the American Silver Eagle for the first time in its history. So what they decided to do is they're going to do a complete redesign of the reverse for the first time in the 35-year history of the American Silver Eagle, and it created instantaneously, overnight, created the most popularly collected Silver Eagle in the history of the United States Mint, more popular than any other year by far, by 200%, 300%, 400%. That was in January, February.
Yeah.
Then, of course, we have the onset in the United States and worldwide of the coronavirus pandemic. The United States Mint was taking precautions, and they started using reduced personnel at facilities around the Philadelphia Mint, the West Point Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. And then in April, they had to actually shut down the West Point Mint. And we heard that they had made some coins someplace else. We asked the Mint, Freedom of Information Act, and they sent us this letter. And that letter is right there. By the way, you'll get it with your coin.
Okay, here it is right here.
It says, in part, in light of the ongoing coronavirus pandemic, the United States Mint has temporarily reduced production in its facilities in order to reduce the risk of employee exposure to COVID-19. The health and safety of the U.S. Mint workforce remains our highest priority. Typically, American Silver Eagle bullion coins are minted at the Mint's West Point facility. However, due to the reduced production at the West Point Mint facility amid the coronavirus pandemic, from April the 8th until April the 20th, the United States Mint at Philadelphia produced 240,000 American Silver Eagle bullion coins. They were all packaged manually, shipped in monster boxes that each contained 25 tubes of 20 coins for 500 coins per box. And as you can see, they made 480 boxes for 240,000 coins. The only way to get one of these, they do not bear a special Philadelphia Mint mark. You had to get the original boxes. Helen is showing you right there. That had the correct serial number on it. That then was absolutely sealed from the United States Mint. They do not sell these to the public. That then had to go to NGC. They certified it for provenance. In other words, that it was one of the Philadelphia minted coins, and then they certified it emergency issue Mint State 69. We had Mint State 70s. They are long sold out at $299. I wish I had them all back.
Yeah,
I'll probably just charge $399 for them. They have been absolutely amazing. I have it in my custom label. So you are going to get the letter when you order this. So what you have is the United States Mint, producing, its own rock star, just the 2020 American Silver Eagle, because you have, they're changing the design, so it's a legacy coin, it's a transition coin, it's the end of an era, it's the last of the heraldic eagles, so it's the most popularly collected coin. Then they have to shut down production, and they make a tiny, tiny, itty-bitty, tiny piece of those at the Philadelphia Mint, which is what you have here. So now you've got collectability on another level. Now, to throw a wrench into the entire thing, silver is almost tripled in price. And remember, underlying this is an ounce of pure silver in each and every one of these coins. So by the time you take just the eagle value and the certification, you're basically $99.95.
I have a question. If Philadelphia Mint is not used to making these kinds of coin, wouldn't it make it even more difficult to get the higher graded coins?
Almost impossible. Great point, Helen. Because what happens is because the key to this was provenance. In other words, that they were the Philadelphia Mint coin. So every coin in the box got graded regardless of grade. So we sold out the Mint State 70s. Then we have the Mint State 69s. There was a tremendous number of coins because these were manually packed and manually made. There's a tremendous number of coins that graded under Mint State 69.
Right, that's why I'm not surprised because they're not used to, it's like out of their wheelhouse, and you've got to be so perfect to get, 69 and 70, like at the top of the top, like I can imagine that it would be difficult because that's not what their day-to-day is.
Yeah, that's 100% the case. And so I've got these in Mint State 69. Like I said, Silver Eagles of any kind right now that are available. It doesn't even matter, just regular American Silver Eagles. I'm talking about ungraded, uncertified American Silver Eagles. Just a Silver Eagle are $49.95. $49.95 to $59.95 just for a raw,
goodness.
ungraded, uncertified Silver Eagle. Now make it Mint State 69.
Oh, wow.
Now make it emergency production.
Yeah.
Now make it certified NGC, and you understand why $99.95? Crazy, crazy good price. Like I said, so that $277.
Right, and
that's
silver.
what I left. Now you have to understand, all these boxes have been graded.
Right.
All these boxes have been graded.
Right. There isn't more.
More out there.
There's not more. Yeah.
Yeah, and so what's happening, well, you know, there might be 1 or 2 or 3 boxes that haven't been graded, but I'm going to have to pay $99 an uncertified coin. Then I'm going to have them certified. It's just crazy what's going on out there with American Silver Eagles. So this is ultimately what we're looking at. Absolute final quantities is what we're looking at these at $99.95. I wish I had more. I think we started the day with 500.
There's 251, not counting the people on the line, Mike.
Right, yeah. With everybody on the phone, I'm assuming we have about 12 dozen, maybe 11 dozen coins left.
Yeah, there's 150 people shopping, and that who knows if they're buying more than one.
That's the key, because this is just so. I mean, it just so signifies this year. I mean, 2020, the last year of issue of the American Silver Eagle. So in January, this was the most popular Silver Eagle of all time. Now, add in the fact, and by the way, you get that letter with these as well. Now add in the fact they had to shut down the West Point Mint, the Philadelphia Mint's making American Silver Eagles for the first time in years and years, okay, that they did this. They only made 240,000, so all of a sudden now that's crazy collectible in and of itself. And they have to be certified. Okay, so you can't get an emergency production coin that's not certified unless you buy an entire box of 500, because they do not have the mint mark on them, so they have to be sealed, they have to be certified, and they have to be one of those 400,000 to 479 in terms of the box numbers that you're going to have in there. Like you said, and you made the point earlier, they did not grade very well because they were manually packaged.
Yeah.
And the Philadelphia Mint wasn't very good at that. And then add in silver tripling, and this is going to be, I think, could quite likely be the silver collectible of 2020.
And we're going to finish up with I mean, this is obviously going to sell out, but with 150 people on the line and 181 coins left, you can keep shopping. I'm going to let you know when it's gone. Use FlexPay, $33.32. This is, I would call this an opportunity buy. I don't think I've ever said that in all the years we've been doing coin shows. This moment right here is the opportunity.
Yeah, and that's what it is, because it's not a replaceable coin.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Is ultimately it's really not a replaceable coin. Is ultimately what it comes down to, and that's, I think, the most important part of that.
Yeah, we're down to 150, 149, 48, 47. We have like one more minute just to make sure everybody gets in on this, Mike. The letter, you had to like actually request this from the government, right?
Sure, yeah, they don't put this out just willy-nilly.
Right.
Now, they're perfectly happy to do it if you ask them.
Right.
It's like, ask me no questions, I'll tell you no lies is where the government is.
Yeah,
but
listen, if they don't want to do work, right. Right, but legally they have to tell you. It's the Information Act.
Absolutely. Freedom of Information Act. Yeah, that's exactly how we find these things out. And then they willingly give you the information once you ask. They don't try to hide it, but they don't publish it before the asking of said questions is what the key is. And so that's what we have, and that's why this emergency production is such a big deal. There we go. All
right. Well, thank you so much for your calls and orders. We're going to continue on, and I'm going to do my own little every